There we go. All right. Cool. All right. Okay, cool. Let's see. Got that. Oh, let's see what's going on here. Hello. Let's see. I think I got everything there. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hello. Gonna get started with readings. How are you guys? Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hello, my loves. How are you? Happy Wednesday. I wasn't on yesterday because I needed to rest. How are you all? We're going to get into some readings here in a minute. Good afternoon. Hi, Jessica. Eliana. Nice to see some familiar names. Thank you. I hope you're having a wonderful day as well, or whatever kind of day. Let's see. Whatever kind of day you wish you're having, or you wish to have, or you prefer to have. So, okay, hold on. Wait, what's going on here? Okay. All right. So, hello, beautiful souls. My name is Angelica from Infinite Love Healing. I am an energy reader, a badass intuitive coach, and energy reader worker. I really just do a lot of things within the spiritual realm. I don't like to place myself in a box, but Ascended Master Healer is a name that was given to me by my guides or by my highest self collective, and it is something that is a blanket term in my head that kind of speaks to all of the different facets and aspects of healing work and shadow work that I facilitate. So that is that is me. And if you would like to, I do free readings every Tuesday through Friday. Hold on one second. I do free readings every Tuesday through Friday. However, if you would like to book a private reading or do more extensive one-on-one work with me, then you can find all the links in my bio. Okay? So, with that, if you would like a free reading, oh, thank you for the gifts. If you would like a free reading, leave a comment with your name and a question. It could be general, love, health, career. It can be a yes or no question, etc., etc., etc. It can be a one-card pool. Okay, so there's that for the free readings. If you'd like to skip the line and get on the list, donations of $20 minimum. All links in my profile. and let me know in the comments that you donated. Okay. And the donation exchange is as follows. So 20 minimum for readings and 33 minimum for energy work and mediumship. So I've decided that mediumship, it takes a lot of my energy. And I know that a lot of people do want to connect in that way. However, I do feel like it's time for me to value my time and my energy if I am going into mediumship. So that's why that has changed. So thank you for all of the understanding, and yeah. All right, so the way that I work is that I'm just going to, for the free readings, the way that I work is that I just allow my intuition to kind of guide me into wherever, thank you, Jessica, I appreciate that, to wherever I'm kind of guided. And since we are here as a group, you know, it is, whatever is, the intention is always for the highest and best good of the group and for all participants in the group. What is going on with my computer right now? Okay, all right. All right, sorry about that. And mediumship is basically where I connect to passed on relatives or loved ones for, you know, bring through messages. And what I've learned is that my mediumship skills show up differently, as do all of our different abilities and gifts. So if you are expecting someone like Tyler Henry or John Edwards, just know that's not me. I do get certain impressions, and I will bring through whatever messages that are there that are relevant to you in your life, as well as relevant to the connection. But those are my things. So again, the way that I work is that I just allow my intuition to kind of guide me to whoever needs to be highlighted within the group. And since we're here as a group, you know, and we're all doing this work together, if it resonates, take it, apply it to your life. You know, a lot of us tend to, I find that a lot of people, when people go for readings or watch readings, it's really cool to watch the readings and see if it resonates. Oh yeah, that resonates. But a lot of times what I find people fail to do is actually practically apply it to your life and take action in the way that advice or that message or that insight is actually guiding you to do. So it's actually grounding it with physical action. Okay. And I went off on a tangent there, but I think that's really, really important to remember. Hi, Jillian. How are you? Let's see. Hold on. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. See, the way that I work, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm intuitively guided. Yeah, because that's how we work in groups. So if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't take it. Okay? Hello, Tanisha. Hello, all my new people. Jessica says, I've been doing that lately and I feel like my guys have helped me greatly. Yeah, definitely. It's you know, it's so great to have that intuitive guidance come in, but if we're not practically applying it to our life with action, then we're not actually completing the circuit of energy that we are, of grounding heaven to earth, and we're doing ourselves and the others that we are meant to serve a great disservice. So oh, has it, Jillian? Jillian says life has gotten better. That's great. That's great to hear. Thank you, Nicola. Okay, so again, if you'd like a free reading, I'm going to start scanning the comments here in a minute. If you'd like a free reading, leave a comment with your name. It could be a yes or no question, general, love, health, career, financial, etc., etc., etc. And if you'd like to skip the line, donations of $20 minimum. all links in my profile, and you gotta let me know in the comments that you donated. Okay, and then readings are 20. Any kind of energy work or mediumship is 33 minimum. Okay, but like the readings and the general stuff is free, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna start scanning the comments. All right. Okay. Thank you guys for liking the live. Please share it out as well. That would be great. It would help me out immensely. And if you don't follow me already, you know, go ahead and give me a follow. And I'm just scanning the comments. I feel like yay! Now it's 1, 2, 3. Now it's 1, 2, 8. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing a couple that are actually starting to resonate. Let me scroll back through the comments. Okay, I'm feeling a couple people. Let me kind of fill in. Okay. Jamie, I'm actually feeling you, my dear. Will you confirm that you're here? So if I do call you for a free reading, let me know that you're here. You can send me emoji or whatever. But you say, Jamie, I have to go see an oncologist. Is there a high chance I do have cancer? Okay, thank you for, I see you, Jamie. Okay, so I'm just going to connect to your energy. And you'll notice that I do tend to close my eyes when doing readings because that helps me focus. Because if I look at the comments, my energy, everybody's pulling me in a different direction, so I have to focus myself. So connecting to your energy, Jamie, the first thing I was actually feeling to say kind of right off the bat was, no matter what your diagnosis is, it's not always a set thing, you know, unless we're ready, unless our soul's like, okay, we're ready, we're doing the things. Because our healthcare system, the way that it's set up now, it's built on what's wrong with you. It's built and based in sickness and illness rather than the health, rather than the wellness, rather than the holistic version or all of the different moving parts, including energetics, including, you know, mental wellness, including, you know, we're starting to incorporate some of these now. But the way that it has been and the way a lot of the system is still set up, it's built on diagnosis. What's wrong with you? And then when we receive a diagnosis, we can get into our heads that, oh, that's me. And we start to identify it as that. And then needing to, you know, having to either, you know, whatever. Okay. So there's the first thing. I'm just going to start reading the energy. Okay. There's something keeps coming in about don't let whatever it is, not letting that define you or identifying with that too closely or too personally, because this is your life and you get to create it. So even if it is a yes, whether it's a no, whether it's a yes, not getting too overly identified with this because of the systems that are in place, whether it's health, whether it's whatever other systems like governmental systems or whatever other systems we have in place. They're designed in a lot of ways to disempower us. So the message that really comes through very strongly here is no matter what, the power is here within you. Okay? I actually get a no. Okay? I actually get a no. I actually feel like if it is by some chance a yes, that you do in fact have cancer, I feel that it's actually something that you'll work through and move through. Cancer can be caused by a lot of different things, but remember that always any manifestation, whether it's any disease, any illness, sickness, cancer, whatever, there's always an energetic cause. Cancer a lot of times is about anger. Not all the times, but a lot of times from what I've kind of felt intuitively, it's usually about anger and unresolved anger, unprocessed anger, and really understanding, going back, doing the shadow work, being able to really do the inner work to process whatever anger, unresolved anger may be in your field still, that you're holding on to, that your body is holding on to, that's creating the blockage and disallowing the free movement of the energy that wants to actually naturally flow through you. Okay, so I do get a no. And I will say with a caveat, if it is in fact a yes, I do see you moving through it, and I see you going through like whatever steps or bringing up whatever is necessary in order to like process that anger. And I feel like this is actually a manifestation of the stuff that hasn't been processed in your life. There's anger, there's also grief connected to that, it feels like. So take that if it resonates, or take that how it resonates, if it resonates, etc. But that's kind of what I feel to relay at this moment. Also remember, you know, you're in control here. You are the powerful creator of your own life. So you get to decide, you know, any diagnosis doesn't have to be the end of you. It's just something that somebody said based on whatever training they went through. And that's not to discount or discredit doctors or anything like that, because I am not one. However, I'm someone that in my early 20s, I had a lot of different things. I was constantly in the emergency room, constantly, and they couldn't do shit for me. They kept throwing drugs at me and it never did anything for me. So I'm someone that has personally experienced slipping through all of the different cracks in all of the different systems. Okay. And so I've come to realize that I have slipped through those cracks in order to see just how faulty the systems are. And they're not fully empowering and complete in the way that would empower or uplift most of us, or all of us. Not even most of us, but all of us. Okay. So that's what I feel. Let me know how that resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, that's okay too. And the only readings I don't do is pregnancy readings. I'm seeing something about pregnancy. I don't do pregnancy or fertility. It's just not my thing. I would encourage you to find someone that is their thing. It's just not my thing. Jamie says, absolutely. This has been a long journey. I started getting mental health care I needed after struggles I have been struggling with physically. Yeah, because it's all connected, right? Our mental emotion, our mental wellness, our emotional wellness, and our physical wellness is intimately linked. And the healthcare systems as they stand now, we're starting to incorporate more mental awareness and mental wellness, right? Because we've had a lot of things maybe happen in society that have allowed us to understand that, as well as emotional wellness. So if all three of those things, or one of those things are, or two of those things are in need of awareness, or yeah, in need of our awareness, you know, somehow our body is going to manifest it in some way that we have no choice but to pay attention. Okay, so I'm glad that it resonated. Don't let anything, any kind of diagnosis that they can give you, don't let that determine how powerful you are. Yeah. You're so welcome, Jamie. Jamie says, thank you. So please like the live, share it out. I'm just gonna keep scanning the comments. Okay. So if you would like a reading, if you'd like a free reading, leave a comment with your name. And I'm still scanning. And then if you do want to skip the line, because how I work is I just intuitively go to who I'm called to. If you do want to skip the line and get on the list, it's 20 minimum, right? And all the links are on my profile. And if you do donate, let me know. And if readings are 20 minimum and energy work or mediumship is 33 medium. So if you want to know about a loved one, or you want a message or whatever, that is considered mediumship. And I've decided that I'm going to value that, because it takes a lot of energy to connect to that. I was reading something. Wait, where was that? Yeah, Jessica agrees. Is that about the healthcare system? Yeah. Okay. I'm actually feeling you, Sylvia. Will Martin and I be okay together? So send me an emoji, or just let me know that you're here. And if I do read you, if I pick you to read, and for whatever reason the Wi-Fi goes out, or we get disconnected, know that all of my lives will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, and you can find those through the links in my bio as well. Okay. All right. Sylvia is there. And Jessica says, yeah, taught that same lesson. Yep, exactly. All right. I feel you. I'm tuning into your energy right now, Sylvia. And I'm just going to connect to the connection. And before I go into that, just know that I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life or what choice to make. However, I will, as articulately and delicately, if needed, as I can, relate to you whatever information and insights that are coming to me, and you can use those insights in order to, apply to, your decision or not. Okay. So just always I'm always telling people to be empowered in their own choices, because it's something that I've had to learn. Okay, so No. Miranda asked, would asking about an ex be considered mediumship? No, I don't. It wouldn't. Not to me. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so Sylvia, you said you and Martin. Okay, you and Martin. Sylvia, you got you. What actually gets pointed out to me, Sylvia, right away is that what I'm feeling very strongly guided to reflect to you is that you said, will we be okay together? Um, and that feels, the language that you're using, the language that we use is very telling of like a lot of, like our emotional state, or how we feel about ourselves. It's very telling. So if we learn how to like kind of read into the language that people might use, we can tell that we might be able to read or get some feedback into certain things. And this is actually something that I'm picking up, or this is something that's like coming through. And it's like, are we going to be okay together, rather than maybe versus, is this going to be the beautiful, uplifting, empowering relationship that, that I desire, etc. Not that you have to say it like that, but you get the gist, right? It does feel a bit like settling to me, to be honest. If you want something that feels okay and safe, it feels like, yeah, sure. It also feels a bit mediocre to me, to be honest. And so I'm going to pull a card, because that's what I hear. Whoa. Very interesting. Yeah, oh, this is interesting. Look, you got 4 cards. They're all on the hold on, let me go this. You got 4 cards. This is interesting. So on the surface, this is what it looks like, right? The Lovers, divine union, romance, etc. This is what it looks like on the surface. And then we start getting into different layers. Giving and receiving, balance, kindness, care, being valued. And it feels like that hits a layer of like questioning or asking yourself, do you feel valued? Do you feel like there's equal give and receive, balance? And then there's another layer, and then we get the devil, right? And the devil is usually, it's not like I don't see it as a bad card. It's really like the devil is in the details. It feels like there's some things, resistance, restriction, feeling, I actually feel not worthy of asking for and getting or receiving that type of connection or relationship you actually want. Okay? And look at this, karmic connections. That's kind of what sticks out to me. And then the last card, the deepest layer feels like emotional pain, grief, disillusionment, sorrow, depression, heartbreak, loss, misunderstanding. So it feels like on the surface we have, ooh, is this my person? I love this person. I like this person. But then we start getting into different layers of it, and we start seeing the emotional attachments or emotional trauma or wounds that have led to settling. This connection kind of feels a little mediocre. Yeah, this person could probably feel stable and feel like someone that you can maybe share a life with, but does it feel truly in alignment? Does it feel truly joyful? Does it feel truly giving and receiving? Is it balanced? Does it have the things that you actually want, or are you settling? Okay, that's what I feel. So that is what I feel, and you can take it or leave it. Please be empowered in your own choice, but that's what I feel. He's a lot younger and going through a divorce, but he's very sweet. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he's got some things going on himself. And oh, Miranda, you sent a Cash App. Okay. All right. So okay. All right. I got you, Miranda. You're going to be next. Thank you, Sylvia, for allowing me to read for you. You're welcome. She says thank you. So first off, Miranda, let me know that you're here. And hey, Inked Mama, let me know that you're here. It's going. And then thank you for the donation and that exchange. I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful comments. I love that. So I was told to denounce my spiritual gift. Do you think there's a way to get it back? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because you have the power. You know, it was given to you. It was given to you for a reason. Now, if you don't want it, you can definitely be like, no, I don't want it. But you can always get it back. You know, it might come back in a different form or manifest a little bit differently, but absolutely you can. Okay. So Miranda, yeah, I like what Jessica says. You can't truly lose something that's inside of you. Unless it's something that you yourself truly do not want, and you're like, no, I don't want this. Or you're like, because I've heard of people having certain gifts and they're like, I really don't want that. That's one thing. But if you're doing something because you're being told to do it, that might be a lesson in empowerment and, you know, owning your own choices and, you know, taking responsibility for that. So, thanks, Jessica. Jessica's got the comments. Okay. Okay. So Miranda, you said, let's see. Okay. You said, I'm going to look at your, okay. Okay. So I got you, Miranda. I'm going to just connect to your energy. I seen your question. Thank you for that. In the comment section. So tuning into the connection, it does feel like there is a little bit of loneliness. It does feel like a little bit of bitterness. It feels like there's a little bit of resentment too. The other part of that is that's that person's stuff to move through. It's not your stuff. That's their circus, their monkeys. That's not your shit. Okay? But it does feel like, yeah, there's a little bit of like feeling lonely. Yeah, and then I get bitterness and resentment, but that's like their own stuff around shame and self-worth to kind of move through and transmute if they so choose to move in that direction in their life. But that's kind of what I feel, just intuitively. Was there another question that you wanted to? Is there another question that you wanted me to like tune into? Oh, okay. Wondering if you try to reach out. Um, there's actually a couple things that come up when you ask that question. I get, hold on, let me fix this. One of the questions I get is, do you want him to? And then there's another thing possibly regarding boundaries and learning your own boundaries of like what you're available for going forward and what you're not. Because if that does happen, I'm not getting anything yet. So I'll say that. I'm not getting anything yet that he might try to or whatever. And if that does come in later, I'll let you know. But this is what's being addressed now. A lot of times we get fixated on certain things, and then like our guides or our highest self comes in and like no, look at the bigger picture over here. We're fixated on this detail, and the guides or highest self wants to be like over here, over here. So the bigger question is, would you want him to? And there's something around establishing boundaries of what am I available for now? What am I not available for now? Would I actually want to reconnect with this person? And are there certain caveats? If this person takes responsibility of their shit or heals or whatever, would I then be open to connecting with this person? Am I just done with the connection entirely? So there does feel like something like clarifying within yourself, would you still be open to it? Because it does feel like then I'm kind of brought back to this thing of like, how sometimes when we make a decision to change a pattern or change a habit, change a behavior, etc., then the universe comes in and is like, brings in a certain situation, or that person comes back in as if to say, are you sure? And you can see it as a test, like a test of faith, a test of like, ooh, do I really want to let that pattern go? Do I really want to do I really want to believe in myself? Do I really want to whatever? So it feels like I'm being brought back to that, okay? Of like really getting clear in what you are available for, what you are not available for. Are you still available for this connection? Because if this person does try to reach out, are you gonna let them back in? Because it feels more like a big picture type of thing of like knowing your worth, knowing your value, and knowing your boundaries, what you are and what you aren't available for. Because this person might not reach out within the next 3 months, 12 months, 6, whatever. But you never know, because things happen in cycles and we're always traveling upwards in a spiral. So you might come around 6 years later and that person comes in. You know what I mean? So it does feel like getting very clear in yourself whether you are in fact available to this connection or not. And if not, then why? If so, why? And then explore from there, because it feels like it's more like clarification for you as to, it feels like boundaries. It feels like boundaries, and what's even kind of adjacent to that and maybe even deeper than that is like self-worth, knowing your value, knowing what you're worthy of, and the type of connections that you're worthy of, and that you are then, because of that, no longer available for. Okay? That's what I feel for you. I'm just going to listen and see if there's anything else. The only other thing that I hear besides that is this is your time to get really clear within yourself. Who is Miranda? What does Miranda value? What is Miranda available for? What type of connections does she believe she deserves, etc.? Okay, that's kind of what I feel for you. Hold on, let me see something. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Let me swipe that off my screen. Miranda says thank you. You're welcome. I didn't see if you blah 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 blah. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So thank you, Miranda, for that exchange. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to keep scanning the comments. My name is Angelica from Infinite Love Healing. Really, my readings and the work that I do is all for around self-awareness, self-empowerment. And I'm really here to inspire, support, and empower people to empower themselves. Because it's been the biggest theme in my life. So that's what I'm here. That's what I'm passionate and joyful about. So that's what my readings will typically illuminate. And if you do feel called to work with me one-on-one or, more intimately, in a private reading, etc., all of the links can be found in my bio, and you can book that through my website. Okay, scanning the comments. My lips are dry over here. Oops. So just to reiterate, if you would like a free readings, you can leave a comment with your name and question, general love. It can be a yes or no question, etc. Or if you'd like a one-card pool, it could be a one-card pool. If you do want to skip the line, because how I work is that I just intuitively go wherever I'm guided. If you do want to skip the line, just like Miranda did, you can get on the list. Donations of $20 minimum. And all the links are in my profile. You got to let me know in the comments so that I can get to you and I can honor that exchange. And the donation exchanges are as follows. Readings are $20 minimum, and energy work and or mediumship is $33 minimum. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to say something. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon. Hi, sunshine. Oh, thank you. I like it. That's dope. So I'm just scanning the comments. I actually feel you, Tori, and you're asking for a general reading. Will you let me know in the comments that you're still here? Um, and then Grace, I really want to get to you as well. Oh, someone paid Cash App. Okay, thank you for telling me. You got to let me know because sometimes I don't get the comments or I don't get the things. Wait, hold on. Let me Shirley. The name I'm getting, Charlie, is that you, Shirley? Let me know. And do I call you Shirley or Charlie? I didn't see anything on your, I didn't see any comments. Let me know how I can serve you. It's getting kind of warm in here. Oh, Charlie Lynn. Oh, that's a cool name. I like that. It's really pretty. Okay. So I'm gonna go with my paid reading because that's what I always do. I can't remember who I was going to. I can't remember. Oh, Tori. Tori, if you're still around, I will get to you after I do my paid readings. Okay, but I always go with that first. Okay. Okay, so Charlie. Oh, I like it. Thank you. Oh, I like that. That was cute. I do mediumship. However, mediumship is 33 minimum. So if you'd like just a general reading or, love, etc., 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 whatever, I can do that for you as well. Let me know what you want to do. I raised mediumship up to 33 because it takes a lot of energy, and I feel like that should be valued by myself. So let me know what you would like, Charlie. So while I'm sitting here, okay, yeah, that's fine. You can do that too. Will you let me know when that goes through? I'm going to swipe that off my screen so that I can see other ones that come in. Okay, let me know. Oh, it sounds like you're actually clairvoyant. Lormo. I'm not sure what your name is, but you're Lormo 2020. It sounds like you're actually clairvoyant. Because you say mediumship is a cool gift. I could see cats in the spirit, and I didn't know it was at the time. Yeah. Oh, Anthony. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, it sounds like you're clairvoyant. Okay, it looks like the thing just came through. Hold on. Wait. Where is it? Okay. All right. Charlie, got you. All right. So, before I start, thank you for that, by the way. I'm just writing down so I remember. Before I start, my mediumship gifts, everybody's gifts come in different, they manifest differently. So if you're looking for a mediumship in the way that maybe Tyler Henry or John Edwards does it, Mine's not, it's not the same as that. I don't typically get like details of their death or anything. I typically get people that have come through that want to state that they are here, and then they'll either give you some kind of message, or sometimes what I've noticed is they might even transmit energy and utilize me as a conduit of like healing, etc. So I work in a different way with mediumship, just so you know. But I will bring through whoever wants to come through. And actually connecting to you, Charlie, the energy, it's already coming through. So as I feel it, I actually have a presence to my right. Right always indicates to me a masculine presence. This feels like father or father figure energy. Like you might have looked up to this person as a father figure, a father like, at that type of energy. Is this something that do you recognize this connection as I'm saying it? Um, this is very interesting. I also get, is it glasses? I feel like I also get glasses, and I also get some gray hair. Maybe not super gray, but I do see some gray hair. Is that something that is, oh, so it is your dad. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm like, thank you for validating that, because like, yeah, that allows me to know like, okay, we got it. This is the person that's coming through. He wants to, okay, the way that he comes through is I feel like he's wanting to validate you, and validating, okay, okay, all right. I had to listen for a minute. Validating you, your choices. He's saying there's no failure. That's okay. Wow. Okay. There's a big illusion here on this planet about like failure and success. He said there is no failure. There's no failure. It's kind of like I feel like he's doing this, like kind of almost waving his finger, like no, it's a big misconception, it's a big lie, it's a big illusion that there is failure. So I feel like there's also something about acknowledging if you feel like you've been a failure, or if you failed at life, or you're not where you want to be, etc., and somehow within all of the conditioning and the stories we might have around failure and success, you might have some things within there that are that might feel some type of way around those stories. um, I'm not sure quite how to put it, but I feel like you get it by saying no, it's all an illusion, it's a lie. What he wants to come through and validate is that you have in fact, he's validating your choices and saying like they're yours, own them. Number one, there's no such thing as failure. Number two, it's just feedback. From that feedback, you get to course correct or keep on going. It's so it feels like there is some awareness that he'd like to bring around any stories you might have around failure. And then he points to himself. He's like, I carried these as well. And he's acknowledging that he passed them down his line. And there was this story around success, around failure. Does that make sense to you? Okay, he's saying pause. So if there are, no, I'm still feeling the pause. Okay, yes, so much, so deep. Okay. So he's taking time to acknowledge that. He's saying that was me. And it wasn't even him. He sees how it was passed down the line. Okay. It's not yours. So in this acknowledgement and this awareness, there is also the opportunity and the invitation to let those stories go, because it feels like there's, the way he's saying it in my head, it's like you put a lot of emphasis on those stories that you're like really hard on yourself, being very hard on yourself. Okay. So he wants to acknowledge that. And in that acknowledgement is also bringing awareness to these beliefs that aren't yours, these stories that aren't yours. They've actually been passed down the line. And he's realized that with where he's at, and that he's been doing work on, on a soul level to there is, let's see. I'm trying to think of how to word this. Like, so from where he's at, seeing the different perspectives, or seeing it from a very pulled back perspective, where he's at now. He's done soul work is the way he puts it. Soul work. And it's kind of hard to put into words, to be honest, where he's kind of taking me energetically. I don't have a lot of words, but it does feel like awareness around these stories and all of the lies he was told and he helped perpetuate and pass on. So he's giving you the green light and the invitation as well to like let those stories go, because it's creating a lot of extra grief in your life, a lot of extra stress and resistance. That's the main thing that he wants to bring through, is this awareness. And the other the other sense that I get with this is like there is also this awareness catalyzing the other awareness of like, oh, well, what else have I inherited or was passed on to me that is not actually me, that was never actually me, that was actually never my parents, that was never actually their, your grandparents and your great grandparents, etc., etc., etc. It's just been conditioning we've all, inherited throughout the generations. So there's quite a bit here. I'm just listening because there's a lot going on energetically, because I can feel him connecting to you, and I can feel the lineage in this sense being invited to release these stories, and in that clearing healing for your entire lineage, therefore the whole of humanity, therefore the all. Okay. From he's saying the I keep hearing cheat codes. I keep hearing him saying cheat codes, cheat codes. Like I'm bringing through some cheat codes right now of like almost like a peek behind the curtain. Okay. Um, Switching gears a little bit, the way he is coming across feels like you will know when he's around because he sends birds. I do get birds specifically. I don't get any kind of like specific species or whatever of bird. I just get birds. Birds, birds, birds. Okay. That's like an indication that he's around. So if you're thinking about him and you're like noticing all the birds or whatever starts to flock, it's because he's there. And just he wants to bring your awareness to this. So there's also some subtler awarenesses that he wants to bring in with like noticing the different things in life that are happening, you know, with your thoughts that are in congruence with your thoughts or that are out of alignment with your thoughts. There's a whole thing going on here, to be honest. I can't quite put it into words, but through this connection here today, there is some energy work going on in the background from your highest self. And you can accept that whenever you're ready or not. So, but it's being given to your higher self to help catalyze some things for you in your life going forward. And your father is actually I typically see them as figureheads or even ambassadors coming through as someone that's on the other side of saying, hey, like, look at this, here's this, here's this, here's this, and we love ya. And that's the last thing he wants to bring through, is that acknowledging the whole freaking lineage that you have that is giving you support, that is part of your roots. But he does want to acknowledge that there are past loved ones helping you from the other side, from spirit. It's still here and now. So maybe I'll stop saying, you know, the other side. It's here and now, just in spirit. And so if you do ever feel like you need some extra help or need some extra guidance, they're there. Ask them. You know, tune into your higher self, tune into your guides, tune into them, and ask them for guidance, for support, for assistance, for whatever you might need, because they are there, they are helping. And he's just acknowledging the big ass team that you have. Okay. So like, don't forget the big ass team that maybe you can't see them, but they're there. We're here. He says, we're here. Okay. And with that, he's sending like a lot of love your way. A lot of love, a lot of love. Actually feel this, like holding your hand. Almost in the ways that if you had your hands like this, he would put his hands on top and say like, I'm with you, like over the top of yours, and say, I'm with you. That's kind of how that energy is coming through. And the last little bit is remember what he said here. So if you have to go write this down, there's instructions and invitations to do so. Okay. And he's stepping away. I'm gonna take 1 minute or one moment to just thank your father for coming through. As I release him. That's what, oh wow, that's crazy. They called him Hawkeye. I accept it. Words, yes. Makes sense. So definitely a lot that came through that resonated. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. That is, let me kind of fill in. I feel like thank you, my dear, for being here and for receiving and for donating, because that tends to, I find that when people donate, it actually brings in a lot more information. There's a lot more support that comes in because someone's valuing that energetic exchange. So thank you for that. Charlie says, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Okay. All right. So let's go to some more readings. Please share out the live, like the live. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. All right, I was just looking for some things. Okay, so if you would like oh, Grace, I felt you. Thank you for commenting. Let me know that you're still here because I felt you. Grace says, why doesn't Mel want a relationship with me? Is there something wrong with me? So let me know that you're still there, and I will continue on with my whatchamacallit. There you are. Okay, there you are. And if you do want a free reading, let me know in the comments. Leave a comment with your name and a question. It could be yes or no. General, love, health, career, 1-card pool. The only thing I don't do is pregnancy readings. And yeah. Share the live, like the live. And if you don't follow me, give me a follow. Okay, so Grace, you said, why doesn't it melt? So when I tune into the connection, Grace, it feels like there's a non-resonance. There's not a resonance there. It almost feels like a repulsion. And that doesn't mean that he's repulsed by you. It's energetically speaking, like there's a repulsion that's happening. You know, like when you put two magnets, you put two magnets with the same side, I think, and it's like it repels it. Or you put one magnet with the plus and one magnet with the negative, then it's like, oh, it attracts. But if you put two pluses or two negatives, it attracts, or it repels. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like just energetic repulsion. And the deeper layers of this to me as it comes in is worthiness, and feeling, because you're asking, your language is very telling in that it's like, is there something wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. There just feels like it feels like you don't quite perceive your own value, your own worth, what you bring to the table, and it feels like there is some aspect of you maybe deriving worth from what other people maybe think of you, or the affection or lack thereof they give you. So you might derive your worth from how other people respond to you or validate you. And this person feels like he's actually teaching you to become aware. Like that, right? There's the invitation, there's the opportunity to become aware of the parts within you that are holding those beliefs of like, I'm unworthy, I'm not valuable, whatever the stories are around worth and value. It feels like this person is very strongly triggering and activating them, so that through that it actually brings into your awareness what's actually out of alignment with your soul. Okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You're very deserving. You're very lovable. You know, all parts of you are. There's nothing wrong with you as you are. It's more like there is a part of you that's holding a wound, a trauma that has to do with your worth and your value, and maybe deriving worth from how others perceive you. That's kind of what it feels like to me. Okay, but no, there is nothing wrong with you. Okay. It's just it's just a resonance thing. He doesn't feel resonance with you, and that's just to help you gain more self-awareness around your stuff that you're carrying that's heavy. And Grace says, "Wow, thank you so much. You're so welcome. I appreciate you." All right, so I feel like that may be it for me. It's getting pretty hot. Getting pretty hot in this room. So unless I have some, you know, like a paid reading that had that is coming through, etc. Grace says it makes a lot of sense. It hits home. Well, I'm glad that it resonates. So take what resonates and apply it to your life. And yeah, I wish you all the best, my dear. I think that's it for me for today. I will be back tomorrow. If you do feel guided to work with me one-on-one, all of the links can be found in my profile. Also know that there are fake accounts out there, you know, direct messaging people for soliciting for readings, etc. Please know I will never do this. And I only have one account. There are lots of fake accounts. And yeah, just know that, okay? So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. That's it for me. Infinite love and blessings. Remember, we are all in this together. Bye.